Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a new event today on Friday, which is actually kind of surprising to me as we got the fantasy release on Thursday. So there's just a lot of content going on right now. It is another 1 week event, so we'll break down all of the cards and everything like that, the sets and whatnot as usual. So before we do that though, guys, don't forget 10% off your G Fuel and King's Coast purchases. I've got your G Fuel, your energy drink, and coffee on lock. All right, use code NOSLEEVES to save 10% there, and make sure that you hit up Gamer Saloon if you're looking for any sort of wager match in any game, basically. Go to Gamer Saloon. They are extremely trusted. Link is down below. All right, guys, let's get into all of the content for the new European Hockey Club event. All right, so as usual, we'll start at the back end here. So we've got the 85. I am going to butcher all of these guys' names. I'm usually really good with names, but European players, I usually have some, more cultured people in chat that will remind me that I'm way off. But Daniel Pieta will start with 6'1" center with 89 faceoffs, which is low-key pretty nice, with balance, which is obviously a brutal one, but then does save himself with howitzer. This is honestly like a budget version of Bobby Holik. So if you are a free-to-play player looking for a good centerman, 89 faceoffs is very valuable to newer players. It's very hard to find good new player or good new cards right out of the beginning gate that have good faceoffs. Anything over 87 is good. So 89, great. Does have howitzer as well. This is a good option. I wouldn't pay any more than like 10 to 15K for him, but not a bad option for free-to-play players. Then we've got the 85 Matthias Niederberger, 5'11" with distributor and spark. This is a decent backup goaltender as he's got distributor and spark, but 6 foot, even with the new goalie progression and how stats work on smaller goaltenders, I still would not, I would not go under 6 foot. You're going to get picked apart up top still regardless. So you just want to be careful of that. His aggression's not bad, but I have a feeling he'll get picked apart, but a good synergy combo in distributor and spark. Then we've got the 85 Dominic Heinrich, 5'7" with barrage and wingman. This is a hard avoid. Anyone under 6 foot on defense needs to have significant stats elsewhere to make him viable, because he is not going to get the puck back from anyone, and that's just not going to be the play. So 5'7" defenseman, not it. This one is a hard avoid. And then we've got the 86 Martin Ruzicka, 5'11", 174 with swarm and shutdown. Again, a center with 79 faceoff means that he's a pure winger. With swarm is nice if you're trying to activate that synergy, but 85 speed, mid-80 shot, like this is just not enough. There's far better other cards. Like I would use the base Stamkos far better. Then we've got the 86 Janice Jerome, I'm going to say it's Mosher, 6'5", 157 left defenseman. That is a small boy, thin, my goodness, with spark and magician. Not bad combo there. With distributor, you're up to 89 speed, but I feel like if you've already got spark and distributor, you're not in the market for these kind of cards. However, I will say this, 95 on the slap shot with 85 power is definitely viable. You could use this card if you're looking for spark on the back end. Not a bad option. He's got a great shot and enough speed to make him okay. If you have distributor, I honestly probably wouldn't if it didn't have distributor. He's going to be tough to knock anyone off the puck. I mean, hold on to it just because weight does come into play, and 157, that's awfully weak. Then we've got the 87 overall, Vili Sarajarvi, swarm and shutdown. This is a right-handed defenseman, 87 speed, 95 agility. Then he's got 91 shot power, 86 accuracy. That's not bad. That's like Paul Coffey-esque on the right side. However, 5'10", 82 body checking. I'm not messing around with that kind of combo on the back end. So this one would be a sell for me as well. Then we've got the 87 Emil Pettersson with heart and soul and howitzer. Heart and soul, obviously terrible. So 6'2", 170 center with only 83 faceoffs. Means he's going to be a winger. However, he's on the left side, and that isn't a bad option. He's 89 speed before distributor with a good shot. This is a definite usable winger on the left side here. These cards should be a bit cheaper as well. They might be the new hotness, but is when everyone starts ripping packs, they're starting to try to get the high-end ones as well. These are the ones that kind of take the hit quickly. So watch out for this one, as he might not be a bad option. I'm curious to see what he's going for right now. And again, don't forget, guys, there's a lot of other cards that are comparable that are going for much cheaper just because he's new. Like, I would go under 40K for him for sure. Then we've got the 87 Julius Nattinen, 6'2" with distributor and light the lamp. So obviously important because he's got distributor and 87 on the draw. A good shot. This is almost like a This is like a slightly smaller version of Eric Lindros. Instead of howitzer, he's got distributor. It's a nice combo. This is a decent card. His defensive stats are a little weak, but 87 on the draw and 6'2". He's got a good shot. Curious to see what he's going for now. I'm going to guess it's over 100K. It's right around 100K, yeah. So I would wait, 80. If he gets around 75, 70K, that's not a bad option, but also watch out for Eric Lindros as well, because it's close. Distributor is a more valuable synergy to have overall, but I think, that those are very comparable. Then we got 88 R2 Ruotsalainen, 5'8", 180 with barrage and wingman. In my opinion, he needed something for speed as well. 88 speed with distributor gets him up to 91. Not a good enough shot for 5'8". Defensively, he's never getting the puck back. This is a hard pass for me. Then we've got the 88 Eric Gustafsson with balance and gladiator. And again, two synergies you're probably not going to activate on the back end. The left-hand defenseman, a good shot with 92 power, 87 accuracy. 87 speed isn't bad, again, with distributor up to 90. Same with 87 acceleration. His body checking, though, 81, 5'10". Not going to be good enough. Again, down low in the corners when you're playing guys that are just holding the puck off and circling in the corners. I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. These are the guys that don't get the puck back for you when you're down low. Then we've got the 90 Henrik Zetterberg, Spark and Thief. This card, in my opinion, needs Thief. He really benefits from Thief because that makes him a viable centerman. 86 faceoffs is okay, but we're getting to that point where you want it to be a little bit higher. That said, this is a good card. If you can get Thief activated, like if you have Paul Coffey, when he gets his silver upgrade, that'll be 2 to Thief, and a lot of people will have that card. So right there, you already almost have Thief activated. And there are a couple international or franchise greats, I believe, that have Thief, so you might actually be able to get it activated. That said, let's assume that you don't have it. So 88 speed before distributor, but it gets up to 91. His shots in the mid-90s, hand stats all in the mid-90s, and defensively he's great. 91 stick checking, 91 defensive awareness. This is a very, very good card. I just think that he's just slightly under the useful centerman option. 250, there's no way I would spend that. Actually, I mean, you can get Saku Koivu for basically this price. I would wait until he's around 200. Then we've got the 90 overall Rupe Hintz with 6'2" with Swarm and Speedster. Great card here. 87 faceoffs. Again, that's okay. That's right on that line that I'm okay with here. 90 speed before distributors. Great shots, all fantastic. Hand stats above 90. And then if you have Swarm activated, 98 stick checking, 95 defensive awareness. But even without it, a very, very good centerman. This is a decent option for sure. I'd probably rather have this than Zetterberg just because of Speedster and the fact that Swarm is really good as well. So watch out for this one. He's going to be a couple 100,000 coins right out of the gate. I'm going to guess around 250, 270. Yeah, 269. He should fall a little bit. Again, a lot of people are just trying to sell him because of the cards that you're about to see, but he's not a bad option as well. 220 is a good range for this card. All right, on to what would consider to be the master items. There's no master card art for this one, but there is 6 cards and 2 of each. Sorry, yes, I believe there's 6 cards. No, 5 cards. They have 2 of each, okay? There's 2 different synergy cards. So we're going to go over this. We'll start with this one, the right defenseman, the 92 Sami Vatanen. 91 speed, 91 acceleration with barrage and workhorse and shutdown. Now, here's the thing. You probably don't have barrage activated. You maybe have workhorse activated. This is basically a poor man's Cale Makar. So if you already have Cale Makar, I probably wouldn't go out and get him. And that being said, without workhorse activated, you probably don't have these 2, and then you're just kind of overpaying. He's only 5'10". However, he does have 89 body checking, so that's still usable. His other version has Spark, which I think is a little bit more important because that at least helps you get Spark activated, unless you're super hut rich and have Vasilevsky and Draisaitl or some combo of that you have a ton of team-based synergies and you're out of the synergy gulag. I would probably go with this one if you're looking to get one, but I would rather just work on the fantasy Cale Makar. Or if you had the team of the year one, I'd probably just avoid this all in general because it's just a better version. Then we've got the 92 Jacob Silverberg. This one comes a right-handed winger with 91 speed, 91 acceleration out the gate, low 90 shooting with Spark, which is great. Obviously, Light the Lamp passing playmaker stuff you're probably not going to activate. Maybe Light the Lamp because Gretzky has it, the 91 version. However, with Distributor, that gets up to 94 speed. Not a bad option, but there's so many good right-handed winger guys. Like, you could easily just go and get Line A, and in my opinion, is better because the other version is Balance, which you're not going to use at all, and Workhorse. So if you're going to choose between the two, I'd probably go Spark. But yeah, I would rather just have the Line A. So watch for the 91 Patrick Line A. If he drops around this Silverberg price, I'd much rather have that. Then we've got the 92 Timo Meier, and finally, one of my Sharks gets a great card that isn't Erik Karlsson or Brent Burns. Okay, so we need to talk about this card, and I kind of don't want to because I want to make sure I get him. But here's the thing. He has two versions. One has Distributor. Okay, so he gets his speed up to 89, which is nothing crazy, but it helps with Distributor. He's left-handed, which is valuable, and 215, which means he's going to be able to hold on to the puck for a while, especially with 97 puck control and 93 balance. If you have Spark as well, his acceleration gets up to 89, and then the mid 90s shooting, his defensive stats are great as well as his body checking. So this is a great card, and I have a feeling that this is going to be the one that people go for because it has Distributor, and Magician's not bad. That's one that could possibly be activated, but I think a lot more people are going to go for this one. However, if you're hut rich and you're out of the synergy gulag, like I said, if you have Vasilevsky or a bunch of those other master items, so if you look at my team on stream, I showed you guys my team. It's at a spot where I can pretty much put on whoever I want and not sacrifice synergies. Because this one, Heart and Soul is garbage. You're never going to use it. But Howitzer and Wingman on this guy before all of the team-based synergies makes this one of the best left-handed cards in the game. And I have a feeling because it's not as valuable to the players that aren't hut rich, so like the 1% of hut, it's not nearly as valuable because most people aren't going to have Wingman activated. It'll be Howitzer only, and it gets him up to 89 speed, but it doesn't give him Distributor. So I think this one will actually be kind of cheaper, possibly, or right around the same price as the Distributor one. But if you're hut rich, this is it. Because if you have Spark, Swarm, and Distributor activated, this card is one of the best left-handed ones you can get. Look at the shot total on the other side. Like, he's an absolute just perfect left winger, and I'm excited for it. In the auction house, he is starting to fall in price. $650 right now, but it's not going to be bought up. I'm going to look to pull the trigger around $550. I think that these cards will pull from $550. I'm curious what the Distributor one's going for. There's only one up, and it's $1 million. Again, like I said, I feel like people see Distributor and like, oh, that's the best one to get. Not the case if you're hut rich. If you're not hut rich, then yeah, the other one probably is the play. But if you can get Howitzer and Wingman activated on this card and keep all the 3 synergies on the other one, from the team-based ones, this is the play. This is probably the best card in the release. Then we've got the 92 William Karlsson 6'1" center. Here's the problem. He is going to be a winger, and he's got 89 speed, 90 acceleration, does have the workhorse synergy, mid-90s shooting, 6'1", with about 88 body checking, which isn't bad, and mid-90s shooting. Workhorse, again, is kind of like the third player-based synergy, so there's a good chance that you can't activate any of these, which is kind of tough, although his speed and acceleration is nice. Not a bad card at all. I mean, he's honestly almost as good as Timo Meier. Again, I think that the synergy help here is what separates them. The other one has Spark, which is the one I'd probably go for because at least that helps out a lot of players. And again, that's 94 acceleration and then Distributor and whatnot. So a very, very good card. I just like the Timo Meier one because of the player-based synergy combo. And his other one has Distributor, which is obviously the most important one. So very, very close in terms of actual card, but great option as well. But I have a feeling this one's not going to be as popular. Then we've got 92 Rasmus Dahlin. If you played NHL 20, his 90 overall master item that came out at the beginning of the year was one of the best cards you could get. 6'3", 190. We finally have a card that is better than Miro Heiskanen on paper. So we'll take a look. There's 2. And again, same situation as Timo Meier. Obviously, Distributor, that's going to be expensive because Distributor is super important. However, the other 2 synergies, just not all that useful. This one is about the same, maybe even a little bit less powerful than the Miro Heiskanen if you still have it, especially if you have the 91, the 90 Miro Heiskanen. I would rather have the 90 Miro Heiskanen than this version of Rasmus Dahlin. But again, I understand from a team-based perspective, if you're not hut-loaded, having a Distributor on your card is super important. Because the other one has Barrage, which again is not going to be one you have activated. Like it's the 4th best team-based synergy. This one has Speedster. Once you put Speedster on this Rasmus Dahlin before Distributor, it gets it up to 93. And that is where this card kind of separates itself a little bit from Miro Heiskanen, because he's 6'3". His defensive stats are all better. His hand stats are all better. This is a really, really good card specifically. And again, if you can afford him and not have to and be okay with not having any other synergies on, you're in a really good spot. And to be honest, Shutdown is on a lot of defensemen, especially the headman as well. So you might be able to activate Shutdown as well, and that makes it even more potent. So just keep that in mind. I think this Rasmus Dahlin is better. Again, same situation. If you're Hut Rich and you can get him and not lose any synergies, this might be the better version than this one. Whereas again, I understand the player base that needs to get this because you have Distributor, which is also a phenomenal card. Then we've got the 92 Sebastian Aho, balanced passing playmaker and wingman on him. So balance not going to be used. Passing playmaker probably not going to be used. Wingman is getting a little bit more popular. So let's just look at the base one. Only 80 faceoff, so that means he's going to be a left winger. 89 speed, 89 acceleration, mid 90s shooting. Not a bad option at all. He does play a lot more slender though. At 176, he's going to play like Pettersson, really, really slim. Means that he doesn't hold on to the puck as well as some of the other big guys. Like I'd much rather have Meyer in that instance. So this one I would not go after because, again, Wingman is a potential synergy you might have. Now, the other one has Swarm and Shutdown. Like I said, Shutdown, it might help you activate the other guys that have Shutdown. It's not so important on this card, but Swarm is because, again, it's one of the team-based synergies you want to go after. This would be the one I would choose, and you'd be in a good spot with this card. All right, now let's take a look at the European Hockey Club set. So we've got the 50 gold players for 1 gold collectible. That's pretty standard. Then we've got the 4 gold collectibles, and then you'll get a choice pack, 1 of 2 of any of the guys. I believe the 92s are not included in this, guys. There is no chance I would ever do these. Honestly, the 4 gold collectibles, you're running the risk of getting like an 87 overall. That's $200K in value. No chance. Then we've got the 92 overall random European HC set item. So again, it costs you 15 plus 1 of the European collectibles that you can get for free. And that will allow you, 15 gold collectibles to make a random 92. Not what you want to do. Do not do this because, again, you might get the player you want, but you might not get the synergy combo that you want. Even though he is tradable, I always recommend doing tradable ones, but when you can't choose it, no, that ain't it. All right, so now we can go through the sets here. In terms of it, it's looking like it's going to cost you about 12, and one of the collectibles to actually make any of these cards, guys. The only ones, in my opinion, I mean, to be honest, I don't know if there's any in here that I would actually make. Again, because they're untradeable, I always recommend not doing it untradable because you'll end up getting stuck around this time with an all untradeable team, and now you can't do anything, and you've invested almost over 500,000 coins in value in them. Because it's tough. Like, Dahlin, maybe. The thing is, though, is that, like, now he's just slightly better than Miro Heiskanen. There's other options. Miro's starting to drop, like, around 400K, and I probably would rather have that than spending out the wazoo for Rasmus Dahlin. Then there's the 8 gold, or the 8, you can trade in 8 of these and get the gold collectible. That might be the option, again. And then the 92 Sami Vatanen, as well as you can make that. Again, 12 gold collectibles for these cards. That's 600K to make an untradeable, essentially, guys. So I'm probably not making any of these cards, and especially considering that almost the entire player base is kind of tapped dry from Team of the Year. So I would be avoiding the sets specifically in this case. The last thing we need to talk about is the pack, as they did come out with the 125,000 coins. You get a guaranteed random European HC event item and a gold collectible. No chance of doing this, guys. The odds of you getting Zetterberg or Rupe Hintz extremely low, and that's probably the only one you're going to make your money back on. I mean, the best chance to 50K. You've got 50K in a gold collectible, so you're it's too much of a risk. I would not do this one. The last week one, when it was like 50,000 coins for a guaranteed gold collectible, that made sense, but then not. If you are going to spend money on packs, guys, always buy this Jumbo Elite Players pack. This is basically allowing you to buy an ultimate pack. So these are the only ones I don't mind spending money on. The other ones I'm not a huge fan of, but these are a great pack to open and buy. And if you're going to spend money on the game, these are the ones I would go out and get. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for the event in full details and whatnot. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. This is a 1-week event, and obviously, not all the events are going to be super, exciting and whatnot. I don't mind this one. I think that it's giving a shout out to the European players, the European player base, which I do enjoy. I like when they do that. And obviously, it gave me a Timo Meyer that I am going to throw in my lineup for sure. So, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content. I'll see you next time.